Also breaking tonight, an incident that left a Duke Energy contractor dead, 2 others injured, and knocked out power this afternoon to thousands of homes. It happened along Park Boulevard in Seminole, just behind the Suncoast Chrysler dealership. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us live from there.
Good evening, Stacey. This is the scene behind me where the incident happened earlier this afternoon. I spoke to witnesses who say they heard a very loud explosion. Their power instantly went out. And I talked to one woman who says she heard that explosion, went to the back of her home, and saw a man laying on the ground next to his truck. From Drone 8, this is the scene behind a car dealership just off of Park Boulevard. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office says just before 2 p.m., they responded to an electrical hazard call. When they arrived, one person was dead at the scene, 2 others injured. The Sheriff's Office says the 2 injured people were transported to the hospital. The extent of their injuries is not known at this time. Jessica Stanhope came outside when she heard a loud explosion just behind her home.
We heard probably the loudest boom I've heard ever. And then I went out back to look and I saw the pole leaning over.
She saw one man laying on the ground next to his truck.
I hope the guy, I hope he's okay. And then I seen that he's not, and that's really sucks.
Power in the area was immediately lost. The Sheriff's Office has not confirmed for us what kind of work was going on or what may have led to the incident. Stanhope is just concerned about the worker who was killed and the others who are injured.
Because I know I heard the big loud sound and I was like, that's got to be rough.
Duke Energy sent out a brief statement a short time ago saying they're saddened by the incident and their thoughts are with the workers who were injured and the one man who was killed in this incident. Duke Energy says they are actively working to restore power to the area. Live in Seminole, Jeff Patterson, 8 on your side.
Pinellas Park police say they have arrested several people who were selling drugs out of a motel that's very close to a school for autistic children. A SWAT team executed the narcotics search warrant this morning at the Express Inn on US 19, arresting 4 people on various drug charges. They say drug deals routinely happen right in front of residents of the motel, including children.
It's located right next to a school. There's children going to school there. There's children that stay at the hotel. You know, we're glad to get these people off the street.
The sergeant says this 2-month investigation is ongoing. Detectives are still trying to determine if motel staff knew anything about the activity.
Our facility has been requested to contact you after receiving proper documentation indicating that you failed to appear on Tuesday, August 5th for your assigned term of service, federal grand jury duty.
It started with a voicemail that sounded official and court documents that looked real, but a local woman says it turned out to be part of a sophisticated scheme.
Yeah, that's why she is now warning others about it on TikTok. Her video has racked up nearly 200,000 views, and tonight she's sharing the red flags so you don't fall for it. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur joins us now live from Tampa with details on how it unfolded and the pressure tactics that this caller used. Georgia.
Josh and Jen, the pressure tactics. Speaking of the pressure tactics, they told her to stay on the phone and don't hang up. She says it felt real from the start. From that voicemail you heard to documents that looked real. She said after she posted it on TikTok, she realized she wasn't alone.
This is Lieutenant Jason Allen calling from the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office Civil Services Division.
Katrina Osley says this AI voicemail and the paperwork that followed felt like the real deal.
My husband was very worried. He has a federally facing job, and so he did not want to be in trouble for missing jury duty or grand jury duty.
The caller texted legal-looking documents like this fake arrest warrant with badge numbers, signatures, and court seals, warning he could be arrested after failing to appear for federal grand jury. But look closer, it is full of red flags. The fake court order also contains strange language like instructions to remain on the phone and threats of extra calls if you hang up. Terms real courts don't use.
This person said that he was going to be arrested, or there was going to be a warrant out for his arrest if he was not able to come and clear up the situation at that point in time.
He directed them to the Largo courthouse, then told them to pull over and bring $9,000 in cash.
Looking at it more closely, you can tell it's a forgery, but again, when the situation is really high and intense, we couldn't.
She posted her story on social media. Her TikTok warning has nearly 200,000 views and comments from others who say they were targeted in the same scheme.
I realized that this was not a story that was just me by any means, and some people were saying this is word for word something that happened to me.
And the woman we spoke to says she filed a report with the FBI. The FBI, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County have all recently put out warnings about these jewelry schemes. They also want people to know they will never ask for cash over the phone, and jury notices will always come through mail. For a full list of warning signs you can look out for so you don't fall victim is on our website at WFLA.com. Reporting live in Tampa, I'm Georgia MacArthur, 8 on your side.
You put one toe on that land this weekend, you're going to jail. You stand in the water and put your finger up on that dry land, and you're going to jail.
Some tough talk right there. Sheriff Grady Judd no longer messing around with boaters who party and trespass on private property in Winter Haven.
His deputies arrested 8 people for a fight on the property earlier this month. It's happening on Lake Winteret, a part of the chain of lakes in Winter Haven. News Channel 8's Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva is there live with the details on the arrests. Stacy.
You know, Jen and Keith, video of that fight spread throughout social media. So deputies were able to track down 8 suspects accused of being involved in that fight. Of course, it happened on private property. Homeowners in that area hoping to see some relief after years of issues.
It's over, folks. It's over.
Sheriff Grady Judd says he's done playing nice.
You have unleashed the teeth of the dog. And now we're going to start biting you.
The next one is Carter Richard.
7 men and 1 minor were arrested after a brawl broke out on Lake Winteret. News Channel 8 blurred the video due to the presence of minors and acts of violence. During the fight, it appears 2 people were knocked unconscious, with 1 falling into the lake. A boater called 911.
I'm just seeing a bunch of kids fighting and throwing down right there at the water's edge and on that property.
That property is privately owned, and for years, residents have complained about incessant partying and trespassing from boaters every weekend, ignoring no trespassing signs.
With the fights happening down there, it's only a matter of time before someone pulls a gun out or something like that.
After speaking out to 8 on Your Side Monday, RJ Webb says he's happy to hear the sheriff's office will be increasing patrols.
Channel 8 picking up this story and coming out here and talking with us and seeing what the homeowners have been dealing with, that has been a tremendous help, but I can't thank y'all enough.
Webb says he is also grateful for the sheriff, who advocated for a swim zone designation in the area to restrict boaters. The county approved it, but the state has not signed off yet.
FWC has sent it back to the county. My attorneys are meeting with the county attorneys today in order to see what it is that the state wants tweaked so we can put that in place.
Now, the sheriff says his Marine Patrol unit will be out on Lake Winteret this weekend, making sure that everyone stays on the water. He also says he'll be working with the county to try to enhance noise ordinances to include boats. Right now, they don't. Reporting live in Polk County, I'm Stacy DeSilva, 8 on Your Side.
Turning now to a Tampa teenager who's using her voice to ensure quality health care is accessible to everyone.
And this week's For the Culture, Deanne shares how she's making a difference in underserved communities across Tampa Bay.
Hey, good morning, everybody. So Isis Mack, she is just 17 years old. In June, she created Voices, and that stands for Vision, Organize, Inspire, Care, Empower, and Sustain. It's a health justice initiative committed to uplifting underserved communities.
When it comes to me organizing at such a young age, I want to be one of the basically trailblazers to let other young people know you can make this impact at a young age and you will be supported by other organizations.
As a first-year international affairs student at Temple University in Japan, Isis is passionate about building health justice from the ground up. Through her organization, she provides free resources to marginalized communities. With maternal health disparities impacting underserved communities here in Florida and in Tampa, she partnered with local businesses, even doctors' offices, to provide wellness and care baskets to mothers experiencing postpartum and new mothers in general. She also hopes to use her studies over in Japan to make an even bigger impact on our country.
Especially when it comes to maternal justice, my mother has been mistreated time and time again when it comes to going to the hospital and trying to seek maternal care. So my organization wanted to be one of the first to give back to all of our moms. I chose Japan to go there and study their systems of maternal care because as we were building out the New Mother's Basket program, we were looking at how other countries do similar things. And we noticed that Japan was one of the countries that does that. I wanted to go there and study their aging population and the legislation that they've written to protect them. So that way I could come back to the States and champion similar legislation to make sure that everybody is cared for.
Big goals and dreams, and she's just 17 years old, as I mentioned. Isis leaves for her first semester in Japan next Wednesday. Of course, we're wishing her all the best. Now, before that, her organization Voices will gather at the Tampa City Center this Saturday to make 100 baskets for new mothers. She's looking for help, so if you'd like to volunteer, that event is from 11 in the morning until 2 p.m. Now, if you'd like to support, even volunteer at future events, I'll have this story for you on WFLA.com.